Hello, welcome back to another episode of Musings podcast. I'm your host Gungu Mildred, and I'm so happy to have you join me today for another episode. So, on today's episode, I thought about talking about the aches and pains we experience in our 30s. I mean, most of the people I grew up with, they're already in their 30s. I'm not close to a lot of them. I don't know how they are doing, but my friends, the people I call friends, I know most of them have hit their 30s and things have started changing. One of them told me that he's getting bald. And he wasn't happy about it, like at all. He even went to the hospital to try and get, his hair to grow back and stuff. I hope it works out for him, but I mean, 30s is just, I don't know what happened. It's like you hit 30s and your body just decides, like, yeah, it's time for me to start switching down, like switch off anything that you are not using or you're trying to use too much. I'll just switch it off so that you don't use it. Right, I'll make sure you know that you're overusing it, you know. So it's just terrible, like the aches and pains we have. You go to bed and you're okay, you are feeling fresh, you just slept, and then you wake up with a pain somewhere in your body that you did not even expect to have pain, you know? And you're like, what is happening? Last week, for the past, I think 2 weeks, I've had this pain on my right shoulder for the past 2 weeks. Where I got it from, I cannot tell you because I don't know. It just started. I was lying on the couch watching TV. I got up to go to bed. The pain was there, but it was mild at the time. So I sleep, wake up in the morning, and it's now like it's pain that you can really tell this um this shoulder is not okay. I couldn't move my arm so much, but it was painful. It has stopped by itself. I didn't apply anything or do anything to it. It just stopped by itself. But those are the things that I'm talking about. Sleeping. So I used to sleep on my tummy, but I have this mattress that, hey, the company is good. The mattresses are good for people who love hard mattresses. If you have that kind of mattress, you know which one I'm talking about. I won't mention it. But I used to sleep on my tummy and I loved sleeping on my tummy, but it started hurting my boobs. So I could no longer sleep on my tummy. I had to learn to sleep on my side. And I don't know if you've ever tried to make the transition from sleeping on your stomach to sleeping on your side. I used to feel like I was falling. Every time I would close my eyes trying to sleep, I would feel like I'm losing control, like I'm falling down this hole all the time until after a week or so, I finally, I think my mind and my body just got used to it. But now I sleep mostly on my left side. So again, 2 weeks ago, I wake up and I have this pain on my left hip. And I'm like, what is this? Honestly, what is this? So I come to realize that it's because the same way the mattress was hurting my boobs, it's also hurting my hip. Because I think when I lie down on my side, I put the all my weight on that hip. I don't know like how it happens. So now I have like to do acrobatics in bed just to try and figure out how I can sleep on my side without really putting pressure on my hip and all that. So that one I've been burning, like with a hot towel and applying something just to stop it. So it becomes okay for some time and then it goes back to feeling pain, just like how the other pain was. So I don't know. It is just weird. And it's just a mattress. And I've slept on my side, I think from, is it March? Towards the end of March. Actually, April. Let's say April. So from April to now, I think that pain has been building up and now it was just like, yeah, it's high time you stop sleeping on on your left side. And so I tried, but yeah, I can't sleep as easily as I can sleep when I'm sleeping on my left side. So hiyo ni kizungumkuti yenye I don't really understand with this thing. I don't know. The mind is just a weird place. Another ache and pain that I have is again, These 2 weeks ago, vitu mingi zimefanyika. I don't know what was happening. So I woke up on like a Tuesday and decided to do laundry. I think, yeah. And I did my laundry. The moment nilianza kufua hivi, nikienda kukamua nguo, you know, my wrist, I don't know where the pain came from. I just got this pain, shooting pain on my left wrist. I know an orthopedic doctor will tell me a couple of things that I'm suffering from. I know that could happen. But yeah, one, I do not like doing laundry. I think I've said this over and over again for people who know me. But I have to do that because I need clean sheets, I need clean towels, So I did. I had felt this pain, but I was like, I can't stop. So I continued doing my laundry. But that was not even a problem because the wrist thing, I could ignore it. If I changed my stance in a particular way or if I put my arm in a particular way, I couldn't feel the pain so much. But my knee, it was hurting at that time and I didn't even know. So it started on that day. So I finished doing my laundry. I went upstairs. So I live on the fifth floor and we don't have elevators in my home. So I went upstairs to the seventh floor to hang the clothes. And then I came back, and I went back upstairs to get some things, some sheets, came, changed my sheets in my bed. And the next day I had this job I had to go and do somewhere else. And it happened that that job had me walking for almost, I don't know, the entire time I was there for a couple of hours, walking from this place to that place to this place to that place. So I was on my feet for a long time. By the time I was getting back home, and then I went upstairs, picked up the rest of the clothes, came back into the house, my body was in pain, but it wasn't as bad. But it had also rained. So, yeah, you can imagine. By the time I was going to bed, my body was in pain. My hip, my left hip was in pain. My right knee was in pain. But it wasn't until the next morning now, on Thursday, that I woke up and I was unable to walk. I couldn't walk. And I woke up because I needed to use the bathroom. So you can imagine going to try and step down and your leg just, it's like giving way. I almost fell. I just couldn't put pressure on that foot. And this other side now, the left side, also my hip is painful, but it wasn't as bad as my right knee. So I had to crawl. I won't call it crawling because I wasn't on my knees, but it was like just kujivuta, holding on to things because I really need to use the bathroom. So I did, came back, tried to lie down, took some pain meds and tried to sleep again, to fall back asleep and to see if when I wake up the pain would have, subsided. Luckily it did, but not as much as it should have, because I was still in a lot of pain and it wasn't understanding what it was like. Where did it come from? So when I was a kid, I was at a wrong place at the wrong time and I got hit by a car. So it threw me to the other side. We were crossing the road, somebody pushed me and I got in front of the car. It hit me, threw me to the other side of the road. And this driver came out trying to take me to the hospital. Now, my grandmother worked at Gertrude's Children's Hospital. And this man was like, oh, yeah, there's a hospital right here. Gertrude is just right up there. Yeah, let me take you. And I was like, me, you take me to the hospital where the moment I get into the emergency room, my grandmother is going to be called. I left home without asking for permission. I'm going to be beaten senseless. I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, I remember him just filling up my body to see if I was hurt. And I was like, no, I'm not feeling pain at all. But I think because he hit me directly on that knee, I think that's where the pain originates from. Because I sometimes get pain on that knee whenever it's too cold or if I've just been in the house without going outside for a long time. And then I try and go down the stairs. I can't like go down the stairs the way normal people do, like pa 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 pa. No, it's like one foot, bring the other one down. Then the next foot, bring the other one down. Sometimes that happens. But this time it was different. It was worse. It was worse than that. I was in so much pain. I tried, again trying to put some hot towel there and applying something, some ointment to cool it off, but it was still so painful. I had to go to the hospital to be checked out, which it helped because now the pain has subsided. I just hope that it's not going to come back. But yeah, that is what being in my 30s has done to me. My body apparently is no longer mine, and it doesn't help the fact that I've added so much weight. Cause yeah, I turned 30 a couple of years ago, and it wasn't like this. This pain, like I've suffered it more, I think, this year, and maybe a little bit of it last year, but mostly this year. I think I blame the weight. I blame the weight because now just everything is like, yeah, you need to reduce all this weight. Even my doctor told me, like, yeah, you need to reduce the weight as part of it. But then I can't do that because my mental space is not okay, because hormones, because stress, because, I mean, so many things. But I hope, pray to God that things will slow down and I'll be able to take care of myself better. But yeah, so I don't know what it is, but I don't know what it is about being in your 30s that just makes your body decide to go like crazy and be like, yeah, I'm not going to protect you as much as I was protecting you before. Right now, you have to take better care of me. You have to slow down. You have to make sure I'm not in pain. And even if you're trying to do everything that is right, when you go to sleep, you have to make sure that you're sleeping in a posture that aligns with my age. Because if you don't, you'll wake up in the morning and you'll be suffering. You'll be struggling. So the other day, I think Judy Nyawera Bimkuru was talking about her aches and pains as well. Things that made her realize that she's getting older. And she said, like, sitting down, she likes sitting down on the, is it a carpet? Yeah, in her living room while watching TV. But then she went to do that a while back, and when she went to get up, she couldn't because her body was like, yeah, no, I'm old. I'm old and I'm not getting up. I'm not getting up. She's just like, I think 2, 3 or something like that years older than me. And you can see what she's going through. She's not that old, but she's feeling aches in places that she shouldn't. Pain. She's saying that some exercise she can't do at the gym. And I'm like, yeah, me with my weight, I don't know. Well, if ever start going to the gym, I don't know how I'll start doing it. Because there's a time I used to do like, squats and all of the jumping jacks and stuff. I haven't done them in a while. I don't know if I can be able to bend my knees like that anymore. I don't know. I've just been lazing around. I walk, but I haven't been like exercising the other exercise, like stretching and stuff. I haven't been doing that, so I don't know. And I'm even afraid of doing them just once because sometimes I dance and then the next day I'll wake up and I'll feel a particular pain in a particular place and I'll know, yeah, that that dancing I was doing yesterday, that is what has caused this pain. That jumping I was doing yesterday, that is the pain that I'm feeling right now. And you can always tell, just like whatever you do, you'll wake up the next morning and you'll feel a particular pain in a particular area and you'll be like, yeah, it's because I did this yesterday. That's why I'm feeling this particular pain here, it is crazy, man. Like, come on, God, give us some grace. We're still young. 30s is very, very young still, because I have people who are much older that I know and they're still working, they're still energetic. They go to the gym, they do a lot of exercises, and I don't know, they do a lot of walking and they're fine. But me, in my early 30s, and I'm not, okay, I'm almost mid 30s, but I'm just having pains and aches in places that I shouldn't be because I slept. I mean, I just went to bed and I woke up with pain. Make that make sense, you know? It's very, very crazy. But yeah, it's life. We have to be very happy about growing older because that is time. I mean, I'm not afraid of growing older. I just wish that life will be better for me as I age. But I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be older. I'm grateful to be growing older because there are people who died while they were still so young. So every opportunity you wake up and you see another day, you have to say thank you, God, because it's an opportunity to do something better. It's an opportunity to grow mentally and spiritually and emotionally and even physically sometimes. So I cannot say that I don't like being older. It's just that the pains, those are the things I do not agree with and I'm not happy about. But either way, I'm just thankful to be here and I'm grateful to God for giving me the life that has given me, even with all the pains that I've gone through. But yeah, so I don't know about you. I don't know what aches and pains that you have gone through in your 30s. And sometimes I've even had like somebody, I think I read somewhere, somebody in their early 20s, I think they were 24 years old. And they were like, you're talking about being in your 30s and you're in pain. I'm 24 and I'm already in pain. And I was like, what do you mean? 24? The age that you're supposed to be dancing and jumping around and don't know, going to clubs and parties and just living frivolously and doing all these crazy things. You are saying you're in pain in your 20s. Man, no, 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 no. In your 30s, I can understand. Your body is telling you it's time to slow down. But in your 20s, gosh, no. But then again, also in my 30s, I feel lazy sometimes because my grandmother worked in a job that had us stand for long periods of like long hours in theater, you know? And then, so by the time her leg was finally giving out, because she had a knee replacement on her, I think her left foot at some point, by the time she was doing that, she was older. It was a couple of years before she retired. So that's when she was like really, maybe she was in pain earlier, but because it was work and it was her routine, her body was used to it. So she never really complained. But I saw her being so strong for so many years. And that's why I think I feel like I'm lazy because I'm in my 30s and I'm feeling all this pain. And she never complained. She just worked and worked and worked until she retired. And even now, like she's in the village, but I sometimes get so upset because she still forces herself to do work and to just move around and do what. She doesn't want to just sit around and feel lazy. And we are like, can you just stop it? Can you just slow down? Please slow down. But anyway, she loves moving around. But me, if I were told to just sit, I would just sit. I know I'm a hard worker, but I can also be lazy AF if I want to be. I can, and I know myself. I know I can work hard, but I think I have the same zeal for working hard and, just lazing around. I'm a great time waster. I can waste time doing nothing. So if I was given the chance to choose between, being extra, to being, to working a lot or just lazing around, I don't know. If I knew it wasn't going to impact my life in a negative way, I would choose the lazing around because I'm very good at it. I'm very good at doing nothing. I can, as long as I knew I would have a meal on my table, bills will be paid, everything will go smoothly. I will choose to do nothing. But again, these bodies of ours, you choose to do nothing and you will still wake up in aches and pains. Because 30s are just, I don't know. I don't know what is happening in our 30s, but yeah, we get it to our 30s and our bodies just decide, like, no, I'm not going to do that. You want me to do jump where? No, 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 no. I'm not jumping. You want me to go how many flights of stairs? Yeah, no, I'm not going to go do that. And I will. If you want me, I will. Because I usually go downstairs and I come back up to the fifth floor. Stairs and no pain. But sometimes said, oh, so you haven't been downstairs for like 1 week. Yeah, you're going to wake up tomorrow in pain. And that's my life. and I do it. And I wake up in pain, and I know that, yeah, it's because I went downstairs yesterday and I came back up. Especially if I go, I come back, I remember that I've forgotten something essential that I had to go back for, and I go back downstairs and I come back. Hey, the next day, promise I'll wake up in pain. It's just life, but yo. So, anyway, we just have to learn to take better care of ourselves because our bodies have been taking care of us since we were born. Like they've put up a shield for us, and we just have, as we grow older, we have now to take care of our bodies better. We have to make sure we exercise, we eat right and all of those things. And if we can afford to do those things, please let us do them, because that will be the difference between us growing older and still being strong, and us ending up in a wheelchair at an age that we shouldn't be in a wheelchair. And it's not because, I don't know, we became sick, so sick. It's just that, yeah, our bodies couldn't carry us anymore and they just gave way. So let us learn to take care better of ourselves, and maybe will be better for it. Maybe when I start exercising, I'll be in pain for a while, and then my body will get used to it, and I'll be better. I'll no longer be in a lot of pain, and I won't have these unnecessary aches that I get whenever my body just decides, like, yeah, tomorrow you're going to wake up with a sore arm. Okay, so go to the comments down below. Tell me about your aches and pains. Tell me where it hurts, and how old you are, and how old you were, or how old you were when you started having those pains, because there's just some pains that we don't get. So yeah, tell us, share, let us laugh. And while you are doing that, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'm still trying to get 500 subscribers. Please do that. Help me to get to that, to those subscribers. Please do that for me, and I'll be very, very grateful. For those who have already subscribed, I'm super thankful. Please continue listening. Don't just subscribe and then never come back. Subscribe and always come back whenever I put a new show to listen. Just click on that bell notification so that whenever there's a new episode, it can notify you, and you can come quickly and listen to me share my musings about a couple of things in this life. Okay, bye bye now. Love you.